Good day, everyone. I am Mark, your fat friend,
And I'm James, your black friend,
and this is the Fat and Black Connection.
where we talk about anything and everything. Well, as long as it's interesting to us, of course,
Naturally, because, why would we talk about anything else? And speaking of interesting, it is interesting that we are a unique podcast in that this is a live and interactive broadcast. And what
That's
does that
right.
mean, James? What does live and interactive mean?
Because we are live and we have chat features. So we want to see your comments, your questions, anything you want to know. Sometimes we've even seen the comments, talked about it in the show, and it's kind of changed things up. So it is what it is. We go with the flow.
Yeah, absolutely. So it is April 6th, 2022. It is a Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Pacific. So that's a little different.
Yeah, throwing y'all just for a little loop.
Yeah. So part of the reason for this is, one, I've started a new job. I actually started when I was supposed to. I'm not a month delayed like some other people I know. And
talking about.
Oh no, we'll talk about that in a couple of minutes. But I started a new job this week, and part of that new job is training. And because of the training and everything, I'm working basically Monday to Friday. A normal kind of schedule. Good evening, Tyrus. Thanks for checking in.
What's up?
And so because it's a new job, because I'm going through training, I'm kind of at the will of what they schedule. And that's fine. Like I have no problem with that. But what that does mean is that these normal activities we had been doing, they got to adjust. And we knew that with you starting your new job, which you were supposed to have started a month ago, that we would probably have some changes because of that.
Yeah.
So this was going to happen.
Yeah.
And for me, after I'm done with training, hopefully we'll be able to get back to a normalcy. But depending on what your training schedule looks like, who knows? We might be doing this for the next couple of weeks or even a month or two. Who knows?
Yeah.
So I started my new job. It's going well. 3 days in, learning a lot of new stuff. So it's interesting getting to see a different side of business that the state does. And so, speaking of new jobs, so you are starting your new job
on Monday.
This coming Monday.
This coming Monday. I did all my paperwork. I got it in. I did all that yesterday when it got sent in to me. So I just was like, I'm knocking it all out. Did it all, sent it in. And I have my birth certificate sitting right up there. So
you've got your long form birth certificate? Can we see it? Can you prove that you have it?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay. So while he grabs that, Tyrus comments that I sound a little sick. And I do, and that's because I am. I don't feel great. I'm not going to lie. I'm congested. My chest hurts. But I am here. And I'm still going to get on through it. So, James, let's see this birth certificate that it took you weeks to get.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I don't know. Are they going to accept that? It looks kind of crooked.
This is official. This is
like if I rub my fingers over that seal.
Yeah, you're not getting anything off, bro. It's 100% official. Like my dad actually I actually called to schedule an appointment to pick it up. My dad went to go get it for me. So
well, it only took you like 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's City of Santa Clara. When I called them, they were still dealing with stuff from like a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So like they were super behind, and so we paid to get it expedited, and they still hadn't done anything. So anyway,
hey, Steven,
what's going on, brother?
So yeah, I mean, I think government can only use the COVID excuse for a little while longer of why they're so backlogged, because it's a little ridiculous. This is why, and we're going to talk about this more later, but for those of you that are going to be joining us on the Alaska cruise next year, we highly advise that you start working on your passports now if you don't have them already. Don't wait. Yeah. How about you, James? Where are you at with yours?
I have my pictures. I just need to go to the I need to fill out the forms and just send them in because I still got time to do that. So
Gotcha. Steven's playing some Red Dead Redemption 2. That's cool. And lurking like a creeper. Yeah, and Tyrus also confirms with that kind of backlog, get your passport. So
yeah, they do have the ones that you can get expedited passports, but like
you're paying more for
those
that.
those can be super pricey. I was looking online for one, and it was something to get it like 2 weeks or like a week or something like that, was like a couple $100, and I was like, nah.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't speak to that, but definitely not worth it.
Yeah,
Get it done now. That way you're not having to.
You're guaranteed to have it by.
Yeah, exactly. So James, it's a Wednesday evening. We're a couple days removed, and let's just knock this out for a couple of minutes and talk about WrestleMania.
WrestleMania.
It was
I don't know about. Well, actually, it was pretty good. Actually, this was probably one of the better WrestleManias. I don't know about stupendous, but it was definitely one of the better WrestleManias in the past couple years.
Yeah, I don't think they needed 2 nights. I feel like they could have eliminated some of the garbage and really pared it down to 1 night, and it would have been really awesome. There was some really good matches. There was some great nostalgia.
Yeah.
And the one and probably most important thing that we have talked about on this show was a bet that was made with a follower of the show, old high school friend, and that's Chris
CD.
He made a bet with me so that and he put his beard on the line. And James, tell us, how did that go for him?
So Chris lost. He lost horribly. He basically said that the match with Stone Cold was going to be like a one-hitter quitter. Like, he was going to come out. They made a talk for a little bit. It was going to pretty much be a stunner. And that was it. And then, beer bath. Nah. Stone Cold came out with the hits.
They had a full-on match. I mean, they were all over the arena. He took a suplex on the concrete. I mean, it wasn't amazing. It was a brawl. It was not.
Oh no, it wasn't pretty. It was not a wrestling match whatsoever. It was a no hold bar fight.
Yeah, but it was good, and from a nostalgic standpoint, it was awesome.
So good to see him back.
And ultimately, for me, I feel great. I won my bet, so now Chris has to shave his beard. So how's that going to go? Do we have video? Did it already happen? What's going on there?
No. So here's what happened. His family was out of town. He has a young daughter, so he has to wait until she gets back. So next week, live, he is supposed to shave his beard live.
Oh, wow. So we're going to get him on camera on the show, and he's going to shave that sucker for us.
Shave it on air.
Oh my gosh, that's going to be awesome. Okay, so we're going to do this probably again next week, Wednesday night.
So I talked to him, and just to confirm, and he said he's down to do it live, because I gave him a couple options. I said we can do it, we can record it, and then we can do it on the show. We can do it live, or we can do like you record it and then you send us the video and we post it with the before, like the before and after shot. But he said he's down to do it live.
Nice. Well, that will be fun. So Tyrus comments on WrestleMania that the best matches were the tag team matches. There were tons of botches, and Cody Rhodes will be WWE champion by the end of the year. So for those of you that aren't big wrestling fans, there's a wrestler, Cody Rhodes. He made his magnificent return to WWE wrestling. He had a hell of a match.
So good to see him back too, man.
Yeah,
especially like going against Seth Rollins. That was a challenge going in. So
yeah, it was a great match.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I do agree there were a lot of botches at this WrestleMania. I mean, AJ Styles, before the match even starts, his face is cut open. Charlotte Flair showing her boobies all over the place. I
still don't understand. I don't know if you watched. Did you watch Raw?
I did.
I'm trying to figure out what they're doing. I mean, I guess in order to keep, like, I see Tyrus, he says he's surprised that almost still has a job. Oh, I didn't see a deadly botch on the ring post.
It was pretty bad.
Is that when did he hit his back of his head on the ring post? Is that what he's talking about?
I think so.
But yeah, no, I think but now apparently he's with MVP now.
Yes.
And MVP turned on Bobby Lashley. So we'll see. I guess maybe there's there must be a face turn or something going on there. So
exactly. So yeah, I overall I would give WrestleMania a solid B plus. I would not give it an A. I think if they had condensed it down to one night, got rid of a lot of the garbage, I could have given it an A.
But the thing is that for at least for the next couple of years, they're doing this 2-night thing, which I mean, I get it. I get it from a standpoint of they got, there's there's 2 different shows and they're trying to make sure that they get a lot of people in, and I'm fine with that. But it's like you can condense that down, like you said, you can condense that down to one night. You can put some of that stuff on the shows, like on SmackDown, on Raw, like, and then like because there was just this past weekend there was just too much. There was so much. Friday night you had SmackDown, Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame this year actually was nice. I enjoyed the Hall of Fame this year, especially like the Undertaker. But then Saturday morning was Stand and Deliver NXT. Then you had WrestleMania night 1. Then night 2, it was just like there was so much going on.
Yeah, and that's part of my point is there's just a little bit too much, I think, now that they could pare down and make it even better. So we'll see.
Yeah.
So let's move on from the wrestling, because I know that there's a lot of people out there that don't enjoy it or love it as much as you and I. Maybe we should start doing a separate wrestling specific podcast. Yeah, because we could totally spend way too much time talking about wrestling. So
yeah,
let's move.
That's
on.
what I'm wearing my Bloodline shirt tonight too. So
yeah. Yeah,
we the ones.
Yeah. So James is actually worse than me, because James, I think, to some extent, still believes that this stuff is real. So let's move on and let's talk about something else that we both enjoy. That I think there's a lot more listeners out there that enjoy talking about it as well. And that was episode 1, which came out last Wednesday, of Moon Knight.
Yes. Yeah.
So the new Disney Plus Marvel Studios series, a new character getting introduced into the MCU. Going into it, neither of us knew a ton about Moon Knight. I think that first episode, what did you think, James?
It was a nice introduction. It was, I mean, it jumps. So because like he'll be like asleep and all of a sudden he'll wake up in this other spot and you're like, what the heck? But you kind of knew from the trailer that's kind of what it was going to be. But I like the way they put it together. So far I've enjoyed it. The fight sequences have been pretty dope. The just some of the sequences they've had going on, it's been pretty cool. I always like the mirror thing, because having somebody else on the other side who can communicate with you, who's he's in your head. But
that's what happens when you look in the mirror, right?
No, I haven't had that issue yet, thankfully.
Yeah. So I enjoyed the first episode. I felt like it really introduced the character. Didn't give us enough. It was enough to be like, okay, here's kind of what's going on. But
the drop at the end was where it was like, when they put it in at the end, like, give me let me take over so I can protect this. And
Tyrus says it pretty much spot on. Moon Knight has a Venom vibe to it. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
I agree. It definitely, hearing the voice of an ancient Egyptian god, if you will, in your head, while also having another split within your personality, Yeah, it's thanks, Tyrus checking out. Yeah, it's I enjoyed the first episode a lot, and that got me really excited to, of course, see episode 2, which
Yeah.
Episode 2 of Moon Knight aired or released today.
Today, yeah.
I had the opportunity to watch it. Have you gotten to
Yeah.
watch it?
I actually I finished watching it just before we went on, so I was like, got to finish it. So
All right, so let's spend a couple minutes talking about it. So
yeah,
okay, so we really, we start off the episode with a little bit of pickup from the last episode with Steven basically getting fired from the museum for causing mass destruction in a bathroom.
Man, that was some wicked
Wicked
bowels.
diarrhea.
Yeah. Literally blowing up the place.
Yeah. And back at home, trying to figure out what he's going to do, getting confronted by his split personalities wife.
Yeah, that was come on, man.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. I still am trying to figure out Ethan Hawke's character, and where this is going to go.
So I think he's basically trying to. I guess he used to be, like he says,
Avatar.
Yeah, he used to be the Avatar, and now this guy's the Avatar. But somehow, I don't understand where the split came from. A, but then B is like, why is he so not like, let me have control? No, I can't. Like, bruh, what? You have something following you. You have something crazy chasing after you that only you can seem to see. Like, let this dude take over so you can be, if you want to get back, that's fine. But like, let him at least take care of these monsters and demons for you.
So kind of awesome. We get to see in this episode Steven bring forth
a suit,
the Moon Knight suit, except it's a completely different take.
It's a actual suit.
and we see him, he has the powers, he has the abilities that the Moon Knight suit provides. And so that was kind of cool to see that split of.
I would like to see him be able to take, I guess, Mark's fighting skill. Some of, like, if they could almost like let him be him, but be able to at least fight, because he ended up having those like the almost reminded me of Robin, the poles, or Nightwing. I'm sorry, kind of reminded me of Nightwing with the poles, whereas the other suit basically has the sickle thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I'd like to see see him actually fight with those, which would be dope.
Yeah. So we have a fight with a jackal that no one can see except for him, basically. And it ends in his favor, and now we're heading to Egypt.
Yeah.
I'm like super frustrated with the ending of that episode, because it's like, come on, I want more. Let's go. So
sorry, next week, baby.
Yeah.
So because, like he said, we got to get to this temple before this other cat does. Before I don't even know really his character's name yet.
That's all right. We'll get there.
But yeah, so he has to get there before, and because I guess they're trying to wake up some goddess that could mean some destruction. It's almost like they're trying to do. It's like that precog thing from Minority Report, where they're taking out people before they, or actually they actually bring that up in what's the Winter Soldier when S.H.I.E.L.D. falls.
How they had designed the ships to be programmed to take out everyone that has,
to take out people with that could or has powers. So it was already kind of programmed in there. So it's kind of the
mutant
same
gene, perhaps.
Hey, now that they've got control of it.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to episode 3. Obviously, we've got to wait another week.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm loving this show.
So far, so good. Yeah, definitely.
So this last weekend, speaking of Marvel and all things Marvel, there was a new release. It was not a MCU official film, but it was in conjunction with Marvel, and it is in the realm of Spider-Verse things. And that was Morbius. Did you have a chance to see this?
I sure did.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I don't know. Did you see the trailer for? Did they have a trailer for Spider-Verse 2?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes, I did see that as well. So, really quickly, Morbius is the character. Really quick overview. It's this kid who has a crippling degenerative disease. He's probably going to die, um, and but he's super smart, super intelligent,
Yeah.
and his doctor, basically, who's his caregiver, sends him to go to school to get educated. He becomes a doctor, gets his doctorate at 16, um, goes on to develop synthetic blood.
Boy, genius.
Yeah, and he thinks he's figured out a way to cure himself through the vampire bats, and goes and captures some vampire bats and does some genetic testing and so on and so forth. Ultimately, decides to do some human testing,
which, human guinea pig, you use yourself.
Yeah, naturally. So it seems to work. Well, first he dies, or so we think, and then next thing we know, he's hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah.
That bat DNA spliced into human DNA seems to have given him some unique abilities.
Yep.
As well as a thirst for blood.
Of course.
Now, luckily, he's created a synthetic blood, but that only lasts for so long.
Yeah.
And then he needs to feed again.
Over time, it starts breaking down. Like, it's not working as good and stuff like that.
So overall, to me, I thought it was a fine film. To me, it was not amazing. It was not epic. It was not.
No, it was nothing spectacular. But at the same time, for me, pretty much it was the. I'm not ruining anything, but if you're gonna go see this film, just stay to the end, because that's really the payoff for everything.
Yeah, absolutely. If you have been keeping up on all things Marvel, then stay through the credits, stay till the end. It is absolutely worth it.
This is something, and what they're seem to be working towards is Sony's been talking about this for the past number of years, that they've wanted to do, because they've had their own Spider-Man universe type deal. That's what they call it, the Sony Spider-Man universe. But they've been talking about doing this particular project for a number of years, and now they're actually working on getting to it. Well, yeah, it looks like they're getting to it actually now.
Yeah. So it was a good film. I definitely wouldn't go see it in the theater again. Like, it's not one of those ones where it's like, man, I want to see this twice in the theater. Like with Far From Home or No Way Home, that was one where it's like, okay, I could go see this a couple times, or things like that. But and I don't even necessarily think that you had to see this one in the theater, if I'm being honest.
The only reason I wanted to see it in theaters is because I thought that scene that we had seen in the previews, I thought that came earlier, and actually that scene really wasn't even there. If you know the one I'm talking about, like when he's talking to him, we should keep
Yes,
in touch.
I know, of course.
Yeah. So that wasn't even in the film, but I think the way that everything worked out, the way that they're kind of connecting everything still, it works out in their favor.
Yeah, I agree, and I think the reason I went to see it in the theater and saw it opening weekend was because of the implications potentially for a Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, that's what I was looking
and
forward to.
and we still may get some kind of payoff. There was nothing that I could see directly per se, but there still could be something to come from it. So yeah, I would say if you like things Spider-Man, if you like things in Marvel, check it out. It's
Yeah.
worth a watch. Go to like a Tuesday showing when it's super cheap or whatever.
Like, then the reason, I mean, I was just interested to see what they do because Morbius, the only reason I really even knew Morbius was from the old Spider-Man cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't really go into, they kind of almost just made him kind of, it was a just different kind of character. So with this one, giving it more story. So that was nice.
Yeah. So going from a film that has already released that we've both enjoyed, let's talk about a film that has not come out yet. 1 month from today, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. New trailer kind of dropped today because today is the official day tickets went on sale.
Yeah, so new, like a new TV spot dropped.
Yeah, it was, and we've posted it up on our page. If you haven't seen it yet, give it a watch. And this is the new poster that dropped today as well. Nothing really to see in the poster. I zoomed in very closely previously just to see, okay, is there anything hiding in those little shards of glass?
No, I think that's they have what, 2 new characters on there, right? Or is that Amy Adams' character, the one in the right under Mephisto or whatever his name is?
Where?
So okay, so go to the left and down.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's Amy Adams.
Okay.
Or McAdams or whatever her name is.
Rachel McAdams.
Rachel McAdams, yes.
Yeah, sorry.
And this is America Chavez.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the only kind of interesting thing here is this seat of chairs, and it's not showing up there. Let me switch over to this look. For those of you watching live, you'll see that I've zoomed in on this little piece of glass where you can see. I believe this is going to be the Illuminati, which makes absolute sense.
Yeah.
So that's really the only. This looks like it's a clock. Maybe is that the TVA clock?
No, this looks like his wristwatch that I've seen in other previews that's broken.
Yeah. We've got Zombie Strange and Evil Strange. But yeah, so ultimately, I don't think there's anything really hidden here. Sometimes they will hide stuff in plain sight, but I did not find anything. If there is,
they kind of. I mean, they obviously now they're making everybody. It's making it known that that Scarlet Witch is going to play a huge role in this film because I mean she takes up a good portion of this poster too. So.
Yeah, and in the new trailer, we do see a brief moment of her with her boys. So that we'll see where that goes.
You better watch WandaVision if you haven't. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, get caught up, folks. Get caught up. I'm looking forward to this. It's 1 month away. I'm counting down the days.
Have you did they take that stuff down now, or did they? Because I heard something about they re-released Falcon Winter Soldier with more violence or something by accident, and then they left it up, or did they take it down or something? I don't know.
I've heard nothing about this, so I don't know.
Oh, okay. I might have to go back and watch some Falcon Winter Soldier real quick just to see if they've added, because I heard they released some different footage in it because I mean they brought over the Netflix shows that are violent. At least like first season of Daredevil had some pretty gruesome moments in it. So
Yeah, I don't know. I'll look into it after the show.
Yeah.
So let's talk about another movie coming out, a summer blockbuster probability. I don't know. I saw the trailer, posted on our page. Did you see it, James?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm interested. But like, it's like everybody else seemed to move up except like, or at least, like, what was Val Kilmer's? Was he Iceman?
Yes.
Yeah. He moved up. It seems like everybody else kind of moved up and he just kind of stayed where he was. But
so of course we are talking about Top Gun Maverick coming out this summer.
Looks like he'd probably make a good teacher. I mean, because but at the same time, he's not a teacher.
I don't know, man. I feel like I lost that love and feeling. So
you're dumb.
I'm just saying, Goose is dead. I think is made pretty clear.
Well, his son, or what was that? That was his wingman, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So Goose's son is now in the Top Gun program. So there's that tense moment, and like hopefully it's still in the film where he's like, my father trusted you, I'm not going to make that same mistake, which is really weird because they seem to be close. Even when he was a little kid, he seemed to look up to him, but maybe he heard stories and lost that love and feeling.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like
it's almost too late.
Yeah, maybe if they had done this 15 years ago.
Maybe. I mean, even 10 years ago would have, probably been better.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like it's a little too late, but I guess he needed something to do in between Mission Impossible films.
And I think I thought this was in the works years ago. I remember hearing stuff about they want to do Top Gun 2, but I guess there's probably just a script thing. They couldn't get a decent script together or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there's probably that, but also, all joking aside, like the Mission Impossible series, I mean, he's
executive producer on that too.
Well, and I mean, they're up to 7 and 8 are going to be released basically in sequential years soon. So,
I didn't even know I didn't even know he was still doing those films.
Oh yeah.
I thought after what was the last one, Ghost Protocol or something like that, whatever that was. I thought that was it.
I think that was 5. There was 6, and now there's 7 and 8 coming.
Which one was 6? Do you remember?
No, I didn't. I stopped watching, I think, after the second one because I
have a box set that I got a number of years ago that had all of them, and I've watched them all. But yeah,
I mean, if it had all of them a number of years ago, it probably only has like 4.
No, it had like it had like 5. I don't remember. I think it had like 5 films, but whatever.
Either here nor there. I'm not a huge fan of Tom Cruise. I think he kind of has gone off the deep end, and I don't know. He may be able to save his career in an upcoming Marvel film. We'll see if that ends up panning out to be true. But I don't know. I'm probably not going to watch Top Gun in the theater, and more likely than not, I'm not going to pay Paramount Plus to see it there either. So, unfortunately, I think that's going to be one that I'm just going to kind of chill on.
That would be one if I have a rollover ticket and there's nothing coming that I want to see, then I might see it.
Yeah. Okay. And an upcoming film that we still don't have a trailer for, and it's supposed to be coming out in less than 90 days, is Thor: Love and Thunder. We still have nothing. We don't have an official poster. We don't have...
When is that supposed to drop?
I believe that's coming out in July.
Oh.
Let's see. Release date, July 8th. So...
and nothing else it hasn't got moved back or anything?
Nope. We are about 3 months out from that one dropping, and we have nothing.
I guess didn't they hold Spider-Man they held that Spider-Man trailer for a minute, didn't they?
No, they started doing trailers almost the first teaser trailer was almost 4 months out. So it's just kind of weird that we don't have anything. So my suspicion is that we're not going to get anything until Multiverse of Madness. So
probably. I'm sure you already heard about this, but I know we already talked about Disney Plus shows, but Canoe got pushed back by a week. But the nice thing is
2 days. It got pushed back 2 days.
Oh, 2 days? Oh, but
yes, it went from a Wednesday to a Friday, and instead of it being the first episode, it's going to be
2 episodes. So I was like, "Oh, that's nice. Thanks." Yes. I don't even know how long is it? How many episodes that was supposed to be? Is that supposed to be like 6 or?
Yeah, it's a short run. I believe it's 6.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm still excited. I thought the 25th of May would have been a great date because that's the 45th anniversary, but I'll take it. I'll take the 2 days later to get 2 episodes.
Yeah, something must have gone down where they were like, "Oh, must have had to fix something or something." I don't know, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it might just be that they want to do Marvel on Wednesdays and Star Wars on Fridays, or who knows.
What was Boba Fett was on Thursday, wasn't it?
No, Boba Fett was on Wednesdays.
Was it on Wednesdays?
Yeah.
I clearly don't remember.
All right, let's shift gears and let's talk about our favorite topic as of late, and that is the Alaska 2023 cruise. Our group size keeps growing, man. We're up to just shy of 50 people now. We've got 14, 15 cabins worth of people. It's great. It's growing. So please, if you're interested, let us know. Shoot us a message. We'll get you added to the group.
I know I just added somebody today from my post earlier this afternoon. So I posted it, and I posted it someplace else too. So we'll see. Hopefully we get some movement there too.
Nice. So what I wanted to talk about around the cruise specifically is we started this on our last episode where we talked about the shore excursions, but I thought we would try and go about this a different way and kind of look at it a little bit differently and talk about it from the perspective of where we are. So let's look at one city. Here are the options. And to go along with that, I figured let's talk about where we're going. And so here's
the weather.
Yes. So here's the itinerary for the cruise. Starting in Seattle, if you're watching, you can see what's going on. If you're listening, I'll do my best for you. So we're going to leave out of Seattle, Washington on Saturday, April 15th of 2023 at 5 p.m. And we're going to cruise all day Sunday, get into Juno, Alaska, Monday at 1:30 p.m. And one of the things I want to briefly look at, as you just said, is the weather. And this gives you the average weather in April for these different cities. So in Seattle, it's going to be 43 to 59. Juneau, Alaska ranges generally from 33 to 48. Then we head up to Skagway, Alaska, which is 34 to 49. We'll spend a day cruising around Glacier Bay, which is beautiful. Head over to Ketchikan, which averages 36 to 50 degrees. Then we'll head back down into Victoria, British Columbia, which averages 38 to 55 degrees. And then back into beautiful Seattle. So
the Emerald City.
So I know a lot of people that are from Vegas or from the San Francisco Bay Area. These temperatures might be a little bit on the colder side for you, but I mean,
that's downright chilly, bro.
This is nothing to complain about. These are in the 30s, mid 30s and 40s. Yeah, you're going to want to wear a coat when you're outside, but the nice thing about this cruise is all the pools are heated. They warm that water up. They get it nice and toasty for you.
Nice and toasty.
So I am not too worried about any of that. I like those temperatures. That's warmer than the winter here. So I'm looking forward to it. So let's talk about our first stop, Juneau, Alaska. and the different shore excursions that are available there. So what I've went ahead and done here is I've filtered this list down to just the shore excursions that are available or should be available for our specific cruise. And then I went ahead and sorted them by price. And some of these we've already talked about, so we probably won't spend a ton of time. I've included all activity levels, 1, which are for lazy people like me, all the way to level 3, which are for people that like to do rock climbing and stuff like that. So
they want to go on a real adventure.
Yes. So we're going to go through these. There's quite a few of them, but we're not going to go through every single one. So the Tekku Glacier Adventure by Air, Water, and Ice. We talked about this on our last episode. Yep. It's $849 per person. It's 3.5 hours. It's kind of cool because you get to fly, you get to be on a watercraft, and you get to be on land. So, kind of cool. You get to go to a glacier, get to get right up on it to where you can like literally reach out and touch it. But that's quite expensive for my tastes.
Yeah.
Next up is a dog sled and glacier adventure by helicopter, 3.25 hours for $800.
We talked about that one too.
We talked about it. Dog sledding on a glacier via helicopter.
Yeah.
Helicopter glacier trek. So this is where they fly you to the helicopter and you get to hike around the glacier, climb a glacier wall, stuff like that. 4.25 hours for $650.
That seems like too much work.
Yeah. This one kind of is a little bit up my alley. Helicopter glacier walkabout. They basically fly you to the glacier. You get out of the helicopter and you can walk around on it and take photos and stuff.
Yeah.
That one seems a little bit more in line with what I'd want to do in that regard for $630.
Yeah.
So still kind of pricey. Because you figure a lot of the people out there are either couples or have kids, and you're getting that $50 per room shore excursion credit, but at $629, and then you've got 2 people, that's pretty expensive. That's $1,300 basically. We've got a pilot's choice glacier exploration, so you get to fly around in a helicopter, and then the pilot decides where they're gonna put down and let you walk around.
The pilot's choice.
We talked about this one, which seemed kind of cool, a self-guided Jeep tour. You get a 4-door Jeep, and this one, the price is per vehicle, so it's $549. Now you figure you've got 4 people in the vehicle. Not so bad. $137.25 per person. Let's say we did that one, right? You and me, your brother, and my wife, right? So it's $549. We've got $100 of shore excursion credit between the 2 of us, right? So now we're looking at $449, split 4 ways, $113 per person. That's
not bad at all.
Yeah, and then we get to drive around and check out different things like gold panning and checking out glaciers and stuff like that. So that's one I definitely think for the price could be a lot of fun. And there's not many of them that are like that where it's price per vehicle.
Yeah.
And then right after that, we have the self-guided tour 2-door. So this is if you want to go out, maybe you're just a couple and you want to go out, you can save yourself $20 and get a 2-door Jeep.
Yep.
Next up, we've got the Tekku Glacier Lodge Flight and Feast. Well, it said feast, so now we've got to read this one because it's food.
Food.
All right, here we go. Seaplane only access to Alaska's famous Tekku Glacier Lodge combines classic, powerful aircraft, true wilderness, 5 massive glaciers, bears, vivid history with dog sledding routes, seafood, and exclusive glacier view dining. You're in for the journey of a lifetime. Fly in a classic de Havilland seaplane over 5 breathtaking glaciers flowing from the Juno ice field, deep blue crevices, snow-capped mountains, and the lush Tongass National Forest. Seeing glaciers from the air is the Alaskan must. And doing so by authentic Alaskan bush plane is the quintessential Alaskan experience. That sounds like a lot of fun. And here savor all you can eat feast of fresh wild Alaskan king salmon, grilled to perfection, a chicken alternative, Tekku baked beans, coleslaw, pioneer fruit compote, fresh herb biscuit, and sourdough bread, all made from scratch. Drinks are chilled and served with actual glacier ice.
What?
Oh wow!
How much is that one?
This one's $4.99 per person.
Oh,
so this one's some money. But you get a 50-minute flight to fly around and see all the stuff that it's mentioned, and then you get to go to an all-you-can-eat salmon bake
feast.
Man, that one's got me. That one's got me tempted, and that's a level 1.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. We got the Mendenhall Glacier by helicopter and guided walk. So basically, same thing. Fly in a helicopter to a glacier, walk around. Luxury whale watching. So
that's you talked about that one before.
Yep. Glacier seaplane exploration. So this is basically just fly around in a seaplane to look at some stuff. Yeah, that's a 40-minute flight with no salmon feast for $349. So you could save yourself, $150 if all you want to do is just fly around and see stuff.
Yeah. Nah.
Now this was one that is somewhat interesting, and it's a level 3, so obviously I don't think I'm going to actually do it, but I thought it was interesting. It's a Mendenhall Lake Kayak Salmon Bake Combo.
Oh yeah, this is, because it was the kayaking part that was the...
Yeah, so you get to, how do they describe it? After departing from the pier, you will enjoy a picturesque drive to pristine Mendenhall Lake, which lies just north of Juno in the Tongass National Forest. Soon after arriving, you will ease into a 2-person kayak and begin paddling across the lake's crystal clear water. You will find that the kayak is remarkably easy to navigate. Yeah, right there, I'm like, that's kind of the... I don't know if I'd feel like kayaking across an entire lake.
Right. Like I need to see this lake and I need to know exactly where we're going so then I can determine, I could do that or nah.
Yeah, because here's where it starts to sound like, oh man, that could be fun. Your destination will be the Mendenhall Glacier, one of dozens of glaciers that make up the Juno ice field. While you will remain a safe distance away, you will certainly be close enough to behold its staggering beauty. And the reason they don't want you to get too close is because I'm sure you've seen these videos of boats going up close to glaciers and chunks of them falling off and these boats topple over. And
so I haven't seen that, but I can imagine.
So next up, along the way, you may spot Arctic terns nesting along the shore, eagles soaring overhead, and black bears and goats up in the hills. Kayaking past Nugget Falls is another highlight as it cascades into the lake next to the glacier. Here's my favorite part, though. Next, you drive to Gold Creek Salmon Bake for a scrumptious Alaskan feast. The dishes typically include fresh salmon grilled over alderwood, Parmesan chicken, Tongass wild rice pilaf, au gratin potatoes, and baked beans with reindeer sausage.
Just give me that food.
Seriously, can I just meet y'all over there?
Yeah, just let me drive around there. Let me drive over there, and then I'll meet y'all.
Yeah. So that's $300. Next up, we've got a whale watch and salmon bake. You go out on a little dinghy. I think we talked about that one before. Yeah. That's $279. Mendenhall Glacier Lake Canoe. This one's interesting because it's a big canoe where it fits 15 to 20 people at a time.
Oh, is it like the canoes at
Disneyland?
Rivers of America.
Yep. So that's 3.5 hours for $269. This one's kind of.
Is there food involved with that one?
No.
Nah, never mind.
So this next one is Juno Sports Fishing. So this is a 5-hour excursion. This 4-hour boating adventure is aboard a 26 to 36 foot fully appointed cabin cruiser setting sail from Ak Bay Harbor. You'll be trolling and utilizing downriggers to set lines at a range of depths to optimize your opportunity for catching various salmon species. You'll be greeted at the ship and join fellow anglers on your boat with up to 6 guests. Lucky anglers may have their catch locally processed to their specifications and shipped for home for an additional charge. Please bring $20 cash for fishing license and $10 cash for king salmon stamp. So that one's kind of cool because if you catch some fish, you get to keep it, which we talked about on some of the other ones we saw where you don't.
Yeah, catch and release.
Yeah. So that's kind of cool. If you catch some king salmon, they'll process it and send it to your home. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like the extra $30, so it's really $299, not $269.
Yeah. Unless like you already have that license, but I'm sure you still have to get something for salmon.
Yeah. So next up, you've got whale watching in Mendenhall Glacier Photo Safari. That's a 5-hour, $259. You've got Whale Quest and Orca Point Lodge, 5 hours. That does involve some food.
Oh, well, in that case, all right.
This one sounds kind of interesting. Alaska's Whales and Rainforest Trails.
Rainforest?
There are rainforests, yes.
Interesting.
That's a 5-hour for $249. It does not appear to involve food, though, so let's move on.
If it doesn't involve food, I'm not about it.
Next up, discover Alaska's whales, 3 3/4 hours.
Am I guaranteed to see whales? That's all I need to know. Like, I know they can't guarantee it, but at the same time,
that's the thing. I don't think they can guarantee it. Let's see. Tracy Arm Fjord and Glacier Explore. It's a 5-hour for $250.
Fjords.
Yeah, nothing food there. So let's move on. This was one that I think you might have been interested in. Dog sledding summer camp.
Oh yeah, what's that one?
So this is 2 1/4 hours. Join us on an excursion where you learn about Alaska's official state sport with a trip to dog sledding summer camp. Your adventure begins on the breathtaking drive along Gastineau Channel through the historic AJ Gold Mine site and into the remote and scenic Sheep Creek Valley. As you arrive at the summer camp training site, you will be greeted by a professional dog musher and some of the state's most famous athletes, the Alaskan Huskies. You will receive an educational tour of the camp, visit a 19th century replica Iditarod outpost, and enjoy fresh-baked cookies.
Cookies.
Next, climb aboard a comfortable wheeled cart and relax as your energetic Alaskan Husky team guides you along the 1.5-mile trail through beautiful landscapes. You'll return to dog sledding summer camp for your chance to meet the dogs and snuggle the next generation of great Alaskan athletes, sled dog puppies.
Nice.
This family-friendly excursion is truly an authentic Alaskan experience.
Nice.
So, for those with little ones or even those without, this could be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Next up, Alpine Zip Adventure. So this is zip lining.
Ooh.
It's a level 3. This is 3.25 hours. So some of the requirements that's important to know here. Participants must be at least 8 years of age, weighing a minimum of 70 pounds and a maximum of 250. Not advised for those who are pregnant, have an extreme fear of heights, or any severe medical conditions.
Well,
you must be able to walk up 50 stairs, stand for a long period of time, and be able to walk up to 100 yards of uneven surfaces.
I can do that for zip lining.
Cool. Well, this course consists of 7 zip lines, 10 platforms, and an aerial suspension bridge. The lines vary in length and height, ranging from 100 feet tall to 800 feet long.
Woohoo!
So that's some zipping there.
Yeah.
That's $219.
Oh, man. Damn. I might have to... I kind of want to see the puppies, but at the same time, I might want to do that zip line.
Calm down, Jerry Lawler.
Oh, no, I'm not talking. I'm not talking. Because I like to see the dog sled thing, but I think didn't they have that at a couple other like at another stop?
Yes.
So yeah, then maybe I could maybe I can do the zip line and do the dog sled thing at another spot. So
next up, you've got the Mendenhall Glacier and Whale Quest. This one's only $209. You go out on a boat and look for some whales, and this one says if you don't see whales, you'll receive $100 cash refund as you disembark.
Yeah, that's actually pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, so they're the operators of this tour guarantee you will see a whale.
At least a whale. So
yeah,
if you don't
might not breach, you might just see it in the water.
If you don't see a whale, you get money back. But if you see a whale, you don't get money back.
Yes. Yes. Binoculars and souvenir route maps are provided along with complimentary snacks and beverages. So
that's on the whale tour?
Yeah. So that's $209. So that's,
you get free binoculars. Oh, you get free binoculars?
I don't think you get to keep those. I think the complimentary part was the snacks and beverages and a souvenir route map.
Oh, okay. That'd be kind of dope if you got free binoculars.
Yeah. So this is pretty much the same exact thing, except it's an evening whale quest. So it's about the same length. So I'm guessing they go out twice. They probably have a morning shift and an evening shift.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to go at night. I mean, I don't know. It might be nice at night, but I kind of would like. Wait, is it? Oh, I guess it's still dark. Is it dark out? Or is it starting to become more light?
It would be becoming more light. Yeah.
Okay.
We got another whale watching. So these next two are pretty much the same thing. One in the daytime, one at night. Same deal. $100 cash if you don't see a whale. This one even specifically says, don't expect a refund because for 10 years plus, they've never had to issue the refund. So in all likelihood,
you come out here thinking that you're going to get your money back.
Think about so much.
Don't think about it.
Next up is a Mendenhall Glacier river float. So this is where you get a paddle raft and head on out there. It's 3.5 hours for $189.
That's 2?
That is a 2, yes. Huh. More Sled Dog Discovery and Mushers Camp. This is 2.25 hours for $189. It's a level 1. You could Sea Kayak Adventure. No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Oh, hey, here we go. Bike and Brew Glacier View.
Oh, okay.
All right. Should we do this one?
Yes, sir.
All right. This is a 4-hour excursion. Experience the beauty that surrounds Juno with friendly local guides. On the van ride to the departure point, hear about Juno's history, plus interesting information about the city. You'll be fitted with a disc brake bicycle, helmet, and water bottle, and you'll receive a safety briefing. Your first stop is by the Chapel by the Lake, a lovely old log chapel with a spectacular view of the Auk Lake and the Mendenhall Glacier in the background. Your ride continues to the west of the Mendenhall Glacier with a beach stop for a short break. You'll then proceed to the visitor area at the east side of Mendenhall Glacier. This portion of the ride includes a 1-mile trail ride through the rainforest. At the end of the ride, you'll have a chance to spend time admiring the glacier. The ride covers approximately 8.5 miles on a mostly flat road with some rolling hills. Next, travel by van to Merchant's Wharf, an old seaplane hangar in downtown Juno, and a landmark in aviation for a taste of award-winning beers and from microbreweries around Alaska.
I like that.
$159.
I definitely like that.
So if you feel like doing some biking, that could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's and plus like I like the microbrews and stuff. I'd like to try. Again,
Yeah.
Can I just do the beer part?
Right? Take me to the end. Let me go have some beer.
I mean, but I mean, like definitely, like the bike ride would be something that could be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Next up, we've got Mendenhall Glacier Adventure Hike, level 3. No. How about here's a level 1 for you: Mendenhall Glacier and Salmon Bake. Boom, straight up, just all right.
Yeah. Okay. You had me at salmon bake.
Yeah. So this one, travel through Juneau's downtown to the Mendenhall Glacier, stroll the many walkways, or enjoy the visitor center. Then board your motor coach for a trip to the Macaulay Salmon Hatchery. Your hatchery, so now you get to see where the salmon are hatched. Then you get to go eat them. At the Gold Creek Salmon Bake, wild Alaskan caught salmon is grilled over an open alderwood fire. Enjoy baked chicken, baked beans, wild rice pilaf, and a variety of fresh salads, cornbread, blueberry cake, and lemonade, coffee or tea. Beer and wine are available for additional charge.
How much is that?
Dine beside Salmon Creek.
Give me a price.
$149.
About that life.
Yeah. So that could be good.
That could be the one.
Or this one could be the one. Historic gold mine panning and salmon bake.
Oh, okay. Wait.
This one is an all-you-can-eat salmon bake.
Oh, tell me price and tell me more.
All right. Catch gold fever on this panning adventure where gold is guaranteed. You'll walk in the footsteps of Joe Juno, whose strike at Gold Creek set off the Alaska gold rush 130 years ago. Your prospector guide will provide a short city tour and lively narration with tall tales of the gold rush era en route to Gold Creek.
Only if he talks like this.
The original spot where gold was discovered. Your expert prospector will demonstrate gold panning techniques, and you'll be off to the gold fields to strike it rich. Not only will you get to keep what you find, but you'll also get a gold claim certificate.
Nice.
Then savor an all-you-can-eat Alaska salmon bake, including side dishes and dessert. Roast marshmallows over a campfire, enjoy musical entertainment, and walk the trail to the waterfall and the remains of the historic Wagner mine. You can shop at the trading post for Alaskan goods. $149.
Now, was that dude's name Joe Juno?
Yes.
Jeez.
Next up, we've got the Mendenhall Glacier Hatchery and Gardens. No. Mendenhall Glacier and Juno Tram. So this is one of those big sky bucket things that they fly up on, lift lines, basically.
Yeah.
And it doesn't involve food.
Nah.
But you do get to stop by the Raptor Center.
Oh. I like that idea.
I know. You want to go see some raptors.
Birds of prey.
Mendenhall Glacier and Gardens. No. Mendenhall Glacier and Hatchery. Nah. You don't get the food, but you get to go look at the salmon.
Nah, I'm cool. I want to eat them.
Historic gold mine in Pan for Gold. So everything that we talked about a minute ago, less the food. Yep. Oh, hey, this one's pretty good. An hour and a half, just the salmon bake.
Oh.
So this one, it says a short narrated bus ride brings you to the Salmon Creek, the outdoor site for your salmon bake. Listen to live Alaska folk music while you dine under translucent, heated domes, shielding you from the elements. Enjoy an all-you-can-eat feast. Savor Alaskan wild-caught salmon barbecued over an open alderwood fire. Yeah, so it's basically just the salmon bake.
Okay. As long as I hear some Jewel while I'm there.
Next up, the Mendenhall Glacier Explorer. This is 3 hours. It's a level 1. Sounds like you basically just get to drive around Juno. And lastly, the Juno tram. So just taking the tram up 1,800 feet above the city.
Oh, wow.
$50.
How much is just the salmon bake one?
$100.
Oh, that's yeah.
So that is everything there is to do in Juno. So I think there's a lot of fun stuff to do there.
Man.
I definitely think a salmon bake is going to be somewhere in my future. I will say that a lot of the stops have salmon bake, so keep that in mind. You're not going to want to do a salmon bake every day. Right. But I do think it's our first stop, so I'm probably going to want to do a salmon bake on day 1.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, because I'm kind of I want to do, there's a couple different things I want to do. Like the bike ride sounds dope for the beer. The zip line thing sounds amazing. The dog sled thing, I know they have. So the nice thing is, I know they have dog sled at a couple. a couple of spots.
They have zip lining at a couple different spots.
Okay, so
it's basically what do you want to do where?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm super excited for this cruise, and the more and more we get closer, the more and more I'm getting hyped up. And I know we're still a year out, but man,
yeah.
Let's go. So
sounds like a lot of fun. So yeah, no, definitely, man. This is exciting. I'm you know what, and this is a good thing that we're talking about this stuff now. Get your mind set. Get your mind set. A lot of adventures to be had in the Alaskan wilderness.
Well, yeah, and the last thing you want is to be, 3 months out trying to plan all this stuff. So
yeah.
All right, man. Well, brother, I think I've got to call it a night.
Yes, sir.
My throat is shot.
All right. Well, feel better, my friend.
It's been fun, but man, I'm sick. It is not real fun.
Yeah, nah. Well, just add another one up for the year.
Yeah. All right, brother. I'll see you later.
Yes, sir. Have a good night.
You too.
Bye.